We're all being increasingly preconditioned to embrace diversity, from elementary school to just about every speech ever made by our current Prime Minister. The D word is oh so prominent. Diversity is our strength after all, right? But check out this photo of a Peel Regional Police officer brandishing a certain amber-hued flag from his police cruiser, again in the name of diversity, and ask yourself, what's wrong with this picture? So earlier this month, at a Sikh parade in Brampton, Ontario, a police officer working paid duty was handed a yellow flag by a father and his young son. The father asked if he could then put his son in the front seat of the police cruiser and affix the flag to the cruiser. Hey, why not? I mean, it all looks so diverse, and diversity is good, right? Just one not so insignificant hitch. That flag represents the idea of a Khalistani state, and it was Khalistani extremists who were responsible for Canada's deadliest act of terrorism in 1985 when an Air India flight departing Vancouver was blown out of the sky, killing 329 people, mostly Hindus. Now, first things first, Sikhs have long had an allegiance with the British Commonwealth and are integral and valued members of our society. But there's an extremist element in Sikhism which involves forming a separate and autonomous Sikh state in India that would be known as Khalistan. In addition to the Air India 182 bombing, it should also be noted that it was Khalistani extremists who assassinated Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi in 1984. All of which is to say, it's probably not a good idea for law enforcement in a Western democracy like Canada to display such a flag, just as it wouldn't be appropriate to fly the flags of, Hezbollah or ISIS from a police cruiser either. Now, when I first saw that photo, my gut reaction was that the cop had no idea what this flag was or what it stood for. And it turns out my gut was right. I reached out to Peel Regional Police Sergeant Mark Bertram, who told me the following, quote, "We have spoken to the involved officer and learned what we expected. He did not know what that flag was. He was not aware of the associated controversy surrounding the name Khalistan, and he has no association with Khalistan. He apologizes if anyone was offended by his unintentional actions. This officer has been reminded that although we certainly value increased public interactions and building relationships with the community, we are not allowed to display items on police vehicles or uniforms that is not approved," end quote. So it was indeed an honest mistake, and I believe that. But with regard to the bigger picture, it would seem to me that this little flag fiasco is symbolic of our unofficial mantra of, if it's diverse, it's good, and if it's good, it's diverse. Yet, although Justin Trudeau would probably disagree, there can indeed be a dark side to diversity, especially if that diverse train of thought calls for the use of murder to achieve political ambitions. So maybe next time somebody in an official capacity is given a flag to hoist, it might just be prudent to ask what indeed that flag represents, because it might not be simpatico with the values and principles we cherish in a dominion such as Canada. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, the Rebel has a brand new app. Please download that app and take the Rebel with you wherever you go.